We should be live.
Are we live?
Looks like it.
Hello, Will.
Hello, David.
Happy anniversary,
Happy
Will.
anniversary.
Hello, everybody, hopefully. This is the live stream, the anniversary live stream. Today, January 28th, is the 9-year anniversary of the Common Descent podcast. Common Descent is an entity. As usual, please let us know that you can see us and hear us okay, so that we know that all the tech is working before we say important stuff that we will then have to say over again afterwards. Looks like we're here. Some people are saying stuff. Look at all these cool people in the thing.
Hi, everybody.
Monster Chef Alex is here from Thursday. Today's not even Thursday. That's from the future. Stephanie got in leg day. DX can see us. Kingwin can see us and everything. Hello, hello. Gaming with Science is here. Emmett is here. Hi, everybody. That's great news. 9 years.
Yeah.
January, today. Last year, we shifted it off a little bit, but today, January 28th, is the date in 2017 that we uploaded episode 1 of the podcast to YouTube. Even before, like a week and a half before we put it up on Podbean.
Yep.
It was up here on YouTube for the first time. And we're the same.
Yeah. Yep. I know how much time has passed, but I forget all the time.
9 years was a long time ago.
Well, we'll mention some early episode, and then you'll just be like, 7 years ago. And I'll go, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels like it was like 2 or 3 at most. It's like, no.
We have guests who have been on the podcast before some of our listeners were born.
Yep.
Awful.
Yep.
Absolutely atrocious. Terrible things to know.
The ever-ending march of time. But yeah, 9 years. It's pretty neat.
Monster Chef Alex is seeing you from here in Australia. Speaking of Australia, Serpentine is here.
Hello.
Serpentine thinks that our faces are excellent. And she's right. Stephanie says, been here since episode 36. Yeah, you have. There are some names of listeners that are... Serpentine's another one. Dr. Jackie is another. These names that have been prominent among the fans for a very long time.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Kiloton says that's 1 year for every ring in the race of men.
Oh.
That's true.
There you go.
Watch out for next year. It's going to start getting out of control.
We want more.
Everybody, Lexi can't watch right now, but congrats. Thank you so much. Thank you for showing up. We're making people's shifts less boring.
Also, Lexi said, congrats on 9 years, and here's the 9 more, so we know when we can stop.
Absolutely. That fantastic.
In 9 years.
Lexi says, that's it, 2035. That's it. Not a day more. The plan for the live stream is just to sort of chit-chat, goof about, and we've got a bunch of announcements that we're going to make about upcoming stuff, upcoming plans. This is year 9, so we actually made the very intentional decision to keep this year relatively chill. We got some new stuff coming up, but in preparation for next year, where we're inevitably going to have to do a bunch of stuff. 10 is going to be that's a big number. That's double digits. That's all of the fingers.
We'll have to make a big deal out of it.
We're going to have to make a big deal out of it. So next year, we will be doing a whole lot of big stuff. Kiloton says, I am Miles. Hi, Miles. Serpentine's been listening since I got the job I just quit after almost 7 years.
Oh, yeah.
Whew. Fantastic. The anniversary of the podcast is positioned very conveniently. It's really convenient that it's in January.
Yes.
It's just far enough after the new year that we have time to get our stuff in order, but it's right at the start of the year. So we can really start getting putting out the plans, laying out what's going to come up in the future.
Yes. It's we were smart when we did it.
2017 us, really good choices.
I have not enough memory to remember how much of that decision was actually
Not
Yeah,
almost certainly not even a little bit.
Yeah.
No, I think it just happened when it happened,
Yep.
and then that was it. It might have been something where we were like, let's plan to start in the new year
Yes.
as like a deadline for ourselves.
That's what I feel like we got like multiple episodes ready so that we
Yeah.
weren't
We recorded, I think, the first 3
Yes.
episodes ahead of time.
so that way we weren't like coming into it and immediately hitting the ground running. Like we could go and be like, all right, is anything working that way we thought it would?
And that would also make sense to me as to why the first episode came out at the very end of January. Because if we said, let's do it in the new year, and then the end of January was us going, we have to do it.
Yes.
We said the new year, the month's almost over.
We cannot flub our first
Yes,
deadline.
absolutely. So that very well might have been what happened. But I also don't remember.
No clue. No clue. It's gonna be, if we ever do make it to like Rolling Stones interview and people ask about the early days,
I have no idea.
we'll just have to make stuff up like I'm sure all the rock
Yes.
stars do.
I remember Will and I were sitting out on the porch looking out at reading the news and saying, man, there's just a gap in the world that I think we can be the ones to caulk it.
Didn't you live in opposite states at that point? We visited.
It was on a porch. We were on a Zoom call, actually, before. Wasn't this before the pandemic? We were on a Skype call between our porches. Monster Chef Alex says, I started listening in 2023 after a friend told me about Spook-E. I love that people are coming to the podcast through Spook-E.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Bark Bentley says, watching this while I'm in the hospital with a kidney stone.
Ooh, good luck.
That sucks.
Yeah, good luck.
That's rough.
I have had one of my own, and they are not fun.
Yeah. Didn't you get a digital scan?
Yeah,
of yours?
we got a scan, and we were able. They were able to show me the slices and go, there it is. I think I have the files somewhere.
Yeah, because I remember us joking about 3D printing it.
Yep. And yeah, no, that was one of those where I was pretty sure I knew what it was because I'd seen people have it, but it was still enough for me to go, will you take me to the clinic?
Yes,
so that I
that's
can
right.
know if I need to go to the emergency room.
Yes.
So good luck. I
Moral
feel
support and also driving in case you aren't able to drive for some reason.
you. Yep. Oof.
Best of luck. Please, hopefully the podcast is a welcome salve
Yes.
for that. We haven't done a kidneys episode.
Ooh, yeah.
So maybe at some point. We talk a lot about stones, but
Ooh.
not kidneys.
Kidneys would be interesting.
Pretty sure it's on the list.
It's gotta be.
What? Oh, there was another one. Swesbian's here. Hey, Swesbian. Swesbian, friend of the pod. Friend of the pod, but like, who else? Somebody else was just... Zelfia, listener since 2024, very late to the party. Zelfia, you have become a consistent part of the podcast family. Serpentine, Jackie, all friends of the pod. Swesbian, personal friend of the pod.
Yeah.
Like, actual, in-person... high fives and hugs and stuff. Kayleen says that they've requested kidneys, so
Yeah, okay.
there's at least one on the list.
Good. All right, well, now I'm going to keep an eye out for that next time I have to pick an upcoming episode.
Yeah, we haven't done a organ in a while.
Yeah. I think one of my distal episodes I did pick some organs. Yes, I did.
All right.
So you can keep an eye out. Not kidneys. Those are still on the list.
Serpentine says 6+ years of, I don't know this word. I don't know if this is an Aussie thing or a Serpentine thing. Spruiking, which I'm pretty sure is when the antelopes do the big jump.
Yeah. Yep. To show off.
To show off. A nerdy 9 years indeed. It's been a good, like, the podcast has really come along. It's become very rote, but in a good way.
Yes. It does not feel like we're, having to figure it out or rebalance. Like, things are the good kind of routine.
Yes, absolutely.
Just very grounding, very, like, I still have times where I'm like, well, I'm gonna be up late because I gotta finish this thing, but not stressing each other out, not struggling with the schedule, just moving along with it.
Serpentine says, "Yuz don't have spruiking." I don't even know how to say it. Spruiking. If any of the other North Americans out there know this word, it might just be that we've missed it. That might be an Aussie thing.
No, that's a new one to me. Promoting. I like it.
Miles says, "I was pointed to you in 2023 when a parent of one of my students recommended your Bone Wars episode. It inspired me to teach a paleontology curriculum the next year, and my third graders loved it."
Cool.
Fantastic. That's awesome. Swesbian says, "I don't think I've ever actually made a request to the pod, just badgered you guys to spooky me a Furby." That's true. You sure have. Yeah, I don't know if... I'm trying to remember. I don't know if Swesbian's on the... I think you're on the list somewhere. Maybe for Furby.
Yeah.
There might be where it is.
Because we've added verbal requests before.
Yes, absolutely.
Someone we know asked for this thing, so we'll put it on the list.
The episode that's coming up this weekend... when you started reading the first name on that request list, I went, "Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that wasn't in person. I'm pretty sure she just said to me, was like, do this episode.
Do it."
Fantastic. Jackie says, "Can I just say 9 years of working together and remaining friends is pretty amazing." Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been some rocky parts.
Yeah, no.
Because, life happens. And working together means that we're tied up in work responsibilities. It means that finances are like a actual part of our friendship now.
It's because, like, sometimes it's, the podcast changing or us trying to do new things, and those adding stress. Sometimes it's just the desires, what we're wanting and what we're looking for, shifting of, this is how we've been doing it the whole time. I hate it now. Can we please stop making this happen, because I have reached my limit on us doing it that way. And then, just life stuff of, nothing changed in the podcast. I'm having a real bad year or whatever it is.
Yes.
And
job stuff, family stuff, life stuff. Yeah.
So it
happens.
But we have made it through, and the podcast, it sounds like a cliche line, but legitimately the podcast is stronger than it has ever been.
Yes, absolutely. Well, and Serpentine commented, we spent a good part of it living together.
Yes.
And that's true. And I think one of the most notable developments over the course of the podcast is the two of us each finding our own lane a little bit. Part of that is that we don't live together anymore. I had to brave the storm to get here today. 90 seconds out of the storm. But also stuff like Spook-E, which from the beginning has very much been Will's thing. Bricks with Bask is very much some of the behind the scenes responsibilities we've divvied up. So we are each sort of finding our own comfort zones.
Yes.
Leave It to Us is something that I've been handling with Nora and Allie. So us sort of finding the corners of the podcast to do our own thing and explore our own space has been really helpful.
Well, and it's kind of, it's like now we have personal space within the podcast.
Yes.
And just like having personal space with your roommate or your partner or whatnot, of just being like, I need to be in a room with not another human for a little bit.
Yes.
There is a niceness of just having, we still get to connect. We're still working together constantly, but we aren't, it doesn't feel like, if we are having a frustrated moment or if we are having a just less social moment.
Yep.
We don't have to be on top of each other. We have little breaks, and that is important.
Swesbian says, "I want to say I started listening about when Island Evolution dropped." That is episode 4.
Yeah.
Swesbian is an OG. We met Swesbian the first trip to Dragon Con when they were the Raven Queen.
Yes.
And I remember that because for a good chunk of time, I didn't know what Swesbian looked like.
Yep.
And actually, that continued because Swesbian cosplays every year. This is also true of Dova, actually, our DragonCon friends, where, like, yes, I don't know, Swesbian, I don't know that I know what you looked like until, like, maybe 2 years into like,
Yep.
I would worry we would go to DragonCon, I'd be like, somewhere Swesbian's going to be here, and I'm not going to recognize them.
Yep.
Because they're always in full costume or makeup or masks or stuff.
Well, I had that with you and Dova. Were kind of mixed in my head because it's like we met two cool cosplay people.
Yes.
Who are fans of the podcast and are roughly the same size human.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, they're not like radically different.
Roughly the same size. So both about and so I would have times of like, I think I'm remembering the right person that this interaction goes with. Now I have you straight. Now I have you as individuals. It was compounded by it takes me a couple of times meeting a person before my brain goes, okay, so we should remember this one.
Sure.
Like that's
absolutely.
My brain does not solidify a person.
I've never forgotten meeting a person ever. That I would never do that.
Yep. No, David's the person where I have to go. And he goes from grad school.
That's who this person is. We met this person last year. And
yes, we did.
I remember memorable people. This is a bit that we've talked about for sure on the podcast before, that Will met me before I met Will.
Yes.
is kind of how that worked out.
It was very much, you were solidified in my memory because in my mind at that, you were a real paleontologist and I was an aspiring paleontologist.
Yes, and in my mind, I was a real paleontologist and you were nobody.
I was some volunteer.
I met you and then immediately went on one of the biggest international adventures of my life and came back and fully forgot. I do not know what happened in early 2012. I have no idea. Chronicle. I saw Chronicle, and I guess the Avengers. Both of those came
out. Must have.
That's when they came out. Fantastic. There was another comment here that I was gonna. Fair Saw says, "Stronger than before. You're saying the podcast evolved from a snake to a crocodile. How dare you?" Rude.
I mean, you said it.
Fantastic. Well, we've been going for a little bit. I think we can start moving towards making some of these special announcements for all these people who have shown up. Before we get into our super big special announcements, just a couple of housekeeping things. It is 2026 now. A couple episodes of the podcast have already come out. Episode 236 comes out this weekend in just a few days. That'll be fun. And then after that, 237 is Darwin Day. That episode is recorded. We have a super special guest that will be joining us for Darwin Day. Very exciting. Yeah, those things.
Yeah.
Also, before we get back into the podcast stuff, everybody out there, in the description, the YouTube episode description for this live stream, you will find, if you're interested, a bunch of links to community aid organizations in Minnesota. That if you're looking for a way to help people who are struggling through the ongoing crisis over there, those are links that could use donations. They do it's legal stuff and it's community support and things like that. So if you're looking for some way to do some tangible assistance, check out those links down in the episode description. And we know that we have a bunch of listeners who are in Minnesota, in the Minneapolis area, and we hope that you're doing okay. Lots of love and support out to you. Also, everybody in the storm.
Yep.
Everybody who is... We almost got hit by the storm.
Yeah.
But here it turned out to be pretty okay.
It missed us pretty thoroughly.
Yes.
I mean, it's cold, but...
It's cold out, but...
Not much more.
So, hopefully, everybody out there is staying safe from the storm that's roaring across here in North America. Lots of love and support and appreciation to everybody for listening and supporting the podcast. All right, let's start making some announcements.
Yeah.
First announcement is we're going to go chronologically
Yes.
for like when these are going to take effect. Our first special announcement is a thing that takes effect like a few hours ago.
Yep. Right now.
Right today, this is a thing that is true. We are our first guest appearance on another podcast is out today.
Yeah.
Our friends over at Gaming with Science, that's Brian and Jason. When we went down to Atlanta for the museum meetup at the Fernbank last year, we also hung out with Brian and Jason and played Primates. And now the episode, their episode of with us as guests about our experience playing the game is out. Find it wherever podcasts are sold. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to the episode, but the game was a lot of fun.
It was a ton of fun to play. It was a ton of fun to play with them. You know, we got to also play Holotype with them.
Yes,
and
we were on an episode of their first season, I
Yes.
think that was.
So it was tons of fun to be back. I hope we get to do more because it's so much fun getting to play with them, and getting to play science games is great.
Yeah. Also,
And then discuss them.
Primates was a gift, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So one of our listeners sent us the game Primates, and we reached out to Brian and Jason and we're like, hey, have you played this game for your pod? Because Gaming with Science is all about science board games. And we said, have you done this before? Because we can lend it to you. Also, if you want someone to play it with, we would happily play it with you.
And it was fun. It's a nice, like, chill and cute game. It's got lots of fun tidbits, and just like the little figurines are great.
Yes. Gaming with Science is in the comments right here. I'm going to assume that that's Brian, because Brian seems like more of the join the chat in the live stream person, but I could be wrong. You let me know if I'm wrong. Gaming with Science, tons of fun. This is, I think, the first episode of their third season. Every episode they talk about board games, about science. They have guests on. I think they've done some interviews with like some of the creators of these games. Super fun, and just a pair of lovely humans.
It's good stuff.
Also, Dragon Con friends.
Yeah.
A lot of friends. We got to start going to cons more often and making lots more friends.
Yeah, there's some neat ones out there.
Fantastic. I'm just checking all the comments. We apparently 2 years in a row. Was it just 2 years? Whew. Fantastic for Gaming with Science.
Yeah.
Wow. Great. Listen, it's a tradition. If I know anything about podcasts, is that if you do it twice, it's a tradition. Now we gotta do it.
We are bound by this pact.
Yes. Fantastic. Swesbian said, my birds all made it through the polar vortex with only one minor occurrence of frost nip. Excellent.
Good.
Fantastic. Incredible. We assume correct?
Yeah.
Wonderful. What else is coming up? Let me pull up my thing. So that is today. You can go listen to that right now if you are craving more of our voices, if you just can't get enough. Upcoming things that we have established before. Not this weekend, but next weekend. February 7th, Poke-E begins.
Yeah.
Poke-E, we've been talking about this on the podcast for a while. Poke-E is is a spin-off of Spook-E, whereas in Spooky we are evolving Halloween-y type monsters throughout popular culture and fiction. Poke-E, in honor of this, the 30-year anniversary of the Pokemon franchise, we'll be evolving some Pokemon.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
5 episodes focused specifically on legendary Pokemon. Each episode, we will have legendary Pokemon that we will discuss how that Pokemon or something like it might evolve here in the real world under the rules of real-world natural selection. We chose legendary Pokemon specifically because, number one, we had to narrow the list down somehow.
Yes.
Number two, they're famous.
Yes.
So more likely to be exciting for our listeners who may not be as familiar with Pokemon. And number three, they tend to be very lore heavy.
Yeah.
lots of appearances, lots of lore to dive into for us.
Because that's always the trick with spooky, is there's tons of creatures that would be fun to speculatively evolve just based off their anatomy, but that only makes half the episode.
Yes.
The other half is going through the lore and the stories and the behaviors and all the interesting things that might inform. We go, okay, cool. They specify they live here. They live in this environment.
Yes. Here's their appearances in games or the movies and stuff. Here's how they're depicted.
Yeah.
That's really important
and
for us to have.
Not all Pokemon got that.
No. Pokey, tons of fun. 5 episodes every Saturday starting on February 7th, which means it's going to go all the way to the beginning of March. And what I plan to do is maybe this weekend, the Spook-E channel on the Discord will become the Poke-E channel.
Yeah.
For the duration of Poke-E. So
I like it.
Stay tuned, join in the conversation over there.
You know what a way we could do. This is me literally just thinking of this in this moment. So this is not an announcement or a promise. You can't hold me to it. If we wanted to do more of the general list of Pokemon, we could do like a rapid fire session.
Yeah, I've thought about doing that.
Just randomize the numbers.
Just real quick.
Pop one up. Spitball it for less than 5 minutes, and then do another, and do a half dozen or more.
And that would be super easy.
Yep.
Because we really wouldn't even have to look stuff up.
Yeah. Just blurt out a couple of topics about it, and then speculate, because it is a shame that we can't do Charizard and some of the
there's a bunch that we listen. If Pokey is popular and everybody likes it, there's over 1,000 Pokemon, and probably there will be more before Pokey is over.
Yep.
Because my guess is we're going to get a big Gen 10 announcement in February, since February is the official anniversary. So we probably will know at least the starter Pokemon for Gen 10 before the last episode of Pokey comes out.
Yeah.
So they're just going to keep making more of them, and it's going to be good. Sanan asked, are you differentiating between legendary and mythical Pokemon? No. There is the potential for mythical Pokemon to be included as well. Fantastic.
Yay.
Now people are talking about Sesame Street monsters.
Yes.
That would actually...
Oh, yeah.
Like Muppets?
Oh, yeah. There could be a lot of fun.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm. There's some good ones in there.
Will would be in charge of that one, sure.
Yep. It would be really good.
Ooh, yeah, Gaming with Science says that's good short form content. Like Instagram and shorts and stuff. Ooh. All right. You all stop it. Also, speaking of upcoming things that we have talked about a whole bunch, but with a twist these days, our next announcement has to do with the thing. Pokey is very much my wheelhouse, but Will's wheelhouse is building stuff.
Yeah.
In the new year, this year, Bricks with Bask is going to be continuing.
Yes, coming back. We have more plans for more stuff. We did last year, went really well. Learned the ins and outs of doing this new project. And so there will be some updates, but also some new stuff coming up. Very excited and very happy. People seem to have been enjoying it and having fun with it. It's a delight. This has been a dream of mine to get to build Legos as part of what I do, not just as my hobby.
Yes.
So absolutely delightful. We did a bunch of cool stuff. I'm really happy with the list. So I'm going to keep doing it the way we've been doing it, which is selecting random episodes that we've done and building something. The main big change that's going to happen is that the design episodes are going to shift to being every other month. Because it was a bit much for me to try to keep it up every month. So for my sake, it'll shift. But there will still be stuff in the in-between months, which is the new thing. I'm going to start building some of these.
Yeah.
So there will be build videos of building some. I'm just selecting the ones that I want to build or think will be the best builds right now. I'm not selecting them randomly. So if there are if there's ones you particularly want me to build, then there's a Bricks with Bask Discord section that you can vote.
So for 2026, Bricks with Bask will alternate monthly between the classic designing it in
studio. It's stud.io.
Yeah. And live physical builds.
Yes.
At the desk, building these things, which will be very exciting, I think, because it will let you know if your builds are good.
Yeah, and that'll be part of it is going through and discussing what parts I've gone, this doesn't work, so I'm going to update it, and I'll update the instructions and everything as we test them out together. So yeah, that's the plan. The first build will be going up next month because enough was already happening this first month. So the first new episode will be coming out at the end of February, but then we'll be on the schedule, and that'll probably be how things go from there on out, just because it works out very nicely to alternate that way. So yeah, that's the plan, and I'm very excited for it.
Very exciting. This will also mean that you will have the physical. You might have to set up like a background so that you have, as you build them, they're in the background.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That'd be pretty cool.
Be good stuff.
And as a reminder for everybody, what this image is showing is on all the builds on Rebrickable.
Yes. So Rebrickable is a website where you can download instructions, where builders can upload PDF instructions and upload the parts list. So on there you can get the 3D file. So if you have Studio, you can download the file and mess with it digitally, but you can also get the instructions, which I make for each set, and a list of parts. And currently they're all free to download.
And once you have actually gotten to physically build them, you'll be able to modify those. If you discover that something doesn't work right or it's not supported properly, we'll be able to put up tested, checkmark sets.
Exactly, like the finalized version. So if you're interested in those, you can find them all there.
And Fairsaw said, if you sold Bricks with Bask instructions compilations as a merch thing, I would totally buy that. And we might.
Yes.
Dude, we have been talking about, this is something you've expressed, that the designs as they stand, you've expressed hesitation with selling those, since you don't know if they're physically good.
They might not be as stable.
Yeah.
And so until I do this with my personal sets too. So this is the Rebrickable one. I have a personal Rebrickable that I guess I should also put a link for somewhere, because you all might want to see those things.
Oh, yeah. That can go on the Discord.
Yeah.
That's a good place. Yeah.
That whenever I build a set, digitally I'm pretty good. I've been doing this for a while. I'm pretty good at making it so that the set I build in there will work in real life. But I might have missed something. It's especially with these big sets, and I'm not building them like... If I was building a set just for myself, I might take days of fiddling with it.
Mm-hmm.
But for these, I'm doing it for a video, so I do it in mostly one sitting. So it'd be very easy for me to realize that, oops, when I deleted a piece, there's now only one little connection.
Right. So it falls apart.
So it falls apart.
Try to stand it up.
So I don't charge anything. My personal sets, I only charge like $1 when I do. But I only do it for the ones I've actually built and confirmed. Yeah, this is something I'm willing to put my seal of approval on. So once these get officialized, they might get put up for purchase and be able to purchase the ability to download the instructions and everything. So we aren't selling the parts. The parts you can go order, but you can actually use this site to set up orders. And with a few extra steps, you can also order parts from Lego.
And these, this might be something that, maybe once you've built it, it's a giveaway or it's something. Yeah, once we start having physical Lego sets that work, who knows what we could end up doing with them.
Yeah.
So for you Lego fans out there, if you have suggestions or ideas or things you'd like to see, let us know.
Yes. I'm very excited to start building some of them, just because it'll be nice to put my hands on them, and there's like I'm looking forward to getting to build all of the in minifigure scale ones and actually have them all lined up. Things being in scale together makes me very happy. It makes my heart very pleased. Just to,
yes, agreed.
Ooh, they're all the right sizes.
Fantastic. Did you have another?
I did. The last thing was, I'll put this up on the Discord here soon. But is the preview image to the build, or at least part of the build that'll be coming out next month, which is right here.
Ooh, oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
I know what it is.
Yeah, some parachute pants.
Parachute pants.
I like trying to find the part of the build that is a recognizable structure, like it's not just a bunch of bricks, but isn't necessarily recognizable to what thing it is. So if you have guesses for what this is, you can. I'll put the image up on Discord and you can guess, or you can guess in here.
Yes, that Bricks with Basque right here on YouTube. You can find there's 12, 13 episodes I think now.
Yes,
all up on the YouTubes. So you can check all those out. You can watch all. They're great background viewing.
Will in the wrong trousers.
That's it. That'll be our first book.
Oh man, now I want to make the wrong trousers. Those would be so much fun to make for a minifigure. It's
just a minifig, but it's you, and the trousers are wrong.
I have been slowly getting the pieces to make Lego Me.
Yeah.
Minifigure.
Is there a Tormund Lego minifig?
There is not, but there's they finally came out with a beard that's close enough. For a long time there was no good beard, so I just wasn't even going to try.
You had to shave.
Yeah, exactly. Now I must be smooth like a Lego man. But the wrong I need to stop because I'm designing the wrong trousers in my head.
Yeah, that'll be a bone. Maybe for patrons, I'll do wrong trousers.
That's just for my personal collection. I'll post. That's why we made 2 Lego things on Discord. Was here's Bricks with Basque, and here's just Lego stuff, so that I can post Lego stuff.
Yes.
When I build Lego things from time to time.
So all of that is coming up here in the next month or so. Bricks with Basque is continuing. Poke E is going to be coming out. All of that. There's places to discuss it on the Discord. There's a bunch of comments here. Gordon said first time in a YouTube chat, welcome. What was this? Rachel said some very lovely things. We're rocking the podcast world. Thank you so much. Jamie is here. I did get a haircut. Thank you so much. Jamie is another in-person. That's a person we've actually really met. Who's cool, because all of our listeners are awesome. Fantastic. Incredible. Looking a little bit into the future for spring-type things, a few things that will or will not be happening this spring. Silver Screen Science.
Yes.
In the works. We are not far along enough yet in our Silver Screen Science planning to announce this year's theme for Silver Screen. There's a couple options that we have to figure out on, but Silver Screen Science will be happening in April, as usual. We will not be going to ETS Yukon this year. ETS Yukon, the convention that happens here in Gray, because, frankly, we missed the boat. But hopefully we'll be back at ETS Yukon in future years. We are planning more museum meetups for this year. The first one that is still, we don't have a date set yet, but the plan is in March, maybe April, to do a museum meetup at the McClung Museum in Knoxville, Tennessee, not very far away from us. Museum meetups, if you've never been to one or haven't heard us talk about this before, Will and I go to a museum. We tell our fans about it, and anyone who wants to show up shows up. We hang out. We explore the museum. We know a bunch of people over at UT Knoxville, so we hopefully will be able to arrange something where we get to chat with some of the paleontologists there or some of the museum staff. Going to be a whole lot of fun. Museum meetups, keep your ears out for the details on that. Also, Locke says, yeah, met up at Tyrell. So you can speak to it. We did 3 last year and they were awesome.
Yeah, it was so much fun. They've just been delightful.
Nora and I have also been floating the idea of at some point this year doing a meetup at the Royal BC Museum in Victoria in British Columbia. That's another one. We don't have a specific date, but it is something that we have been bouncing around. So keep your ears out. That is 2 potential museum meetups. Excuse me, coming up this year. Stephanie says, the moment y'all are in half-day driving distance, I'm there. Well, you let us know where, and we'll see what we can do. So far, our museum meetups tend to be where we are already physically nearby.
Yes, exactly.
Somebody did ask earlier if we are planning to go to the Field Museum. We had talked about potentially trying to get out there this year sometime. Not sure if that's actually going to end up happening, but at some point we will hopefully go to the Field Museum. And wherever the Pokemon Fossils exhibit ends up next, we'll be keeping an eye on where it goes.
Yes.
So that we can hopefully chase it down. Fantastic. Now people are suggesting museums. The Burke Museum, the California Academy, which I have been to, which is an excellent choice. That's in San Francisco. Someday we'll have to do a West Coast.
Yes.
We'll hit the Burke. We'll go to the California Academy.
So I have people that are planning to move out there. So we might have peoples to connect with.
Zelfia says, can we submit museum meetup requests like episode requests? Ooh, yeah, go for it. Absolutely. Yeah, if there's people around and we know. Also, if you want us to come to a museum near you, if you know people at that museum who can help us set it up, that's great. One of the limiting factors, the big limiting factor with museum meetups is just our ability to get places. Mm-hmm. So something like the California Academy or the Field Museum, or people are suggesting Melbourne. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Those are expensive. Yes. Because we have to actually, Knoxville's like 2 hours away. That's easy. The Fernbank was easy. But if it's something that we have to pay a substantial amount of money for, that's harder for us. So if there is a way to help with that, either through the people at the museum or whatever, that's very helpful for us.
Yes. And like if there's programs, like lots of places do guest speakers that they can help financially to get there, and if we can do that and then just add on a day to then do a meetup in addition or something, that stuff like that. So just if you all helped us do a little bit of the legwork in getting it set up, it makes them much more feasible.
Yes, absolutely.
That's really the bottom line.
So we love doing the museum meetups. Hopefully we'll do them. Kayleen said, Garrick is asking if Will will come to Victoria.
Happily.
Someday.
Yeah, I would. I've wanted to go back or to
They're
get
talking
up.
about Canada.
Yes. Yeah. I just yep.
But also people are talking about
that was what is
Australia.
Yeah, Australia was getting there. I want to go back to Australia and I want to go to Canada. I've never been.
Yes.
I've never been to Canada at all. Just have never made it up that far north, and so I would love to.
Locke suggests learn French and go to the museum in Paris. I know enough French to get us to the museum in Paris. We can
and I
do
know
it.
David.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
we'll bring all our Canadian friends, and they can French for us. Lots of suggestions for museums that are not natural history museums.
Yes.
Which, technically possible.
Yes.
We do try to keep it on brand.
Things that where we can't necessarily just give a tour of any museum because we haven't been to every museum. But if they've got a fossil area, we can talk.
Absolutely. We could talk at any museum.
Yes.
But we want to keep it because we like to coordinate with the museum, and if we reach out to the Museum of Parasitology in Tokyo and say, "Hi, we do a paleontology podcast. Can we come to your?" So natural history museums. Also, we're much more likely to know people at natural history museums. That's where we, someone's mentioning the Smithsonian, the AMH, Dinosaur Ridge. We know people in, I think, all of those places. And that helps a lot. That's really nice.
My bet would be that if we get to things like the Center of Puppetry Arts, which I would love to, because it's been a long time since I've been there. I grew up around going to those museums. Those will be like down the line when we're like, all right, now it's just celebrating museums in general.
Absolutely.
Now it's just celebrating the act of having an educational display.
But also, Swesbian, if you want to go to the Puppetry Museum with us, we'll just go with friends.
Yep.
We can just go hang out at the. We don't even have to tell all these other people. That could just be a thing that we do. We go hang out. That'd be fun.
It'd be good.
So yeah, someday we'd love to get to museums everywhere. That would be super cool. Absolutely, we want to do a Australia trip at some point.
Yes.
We'd love to do a Europe trip and hit a bunch of different places. We've talked about going on tour. People have said that they would follow us. Like if we do California and we just go down all of California, we'll have groupies that follow us down. Ali will start in San Francisco and then we'll go down, and so you can follow us all the way to San Diego. So we'll see. But for now, we're looking at some nearby museums.
Yes.
And hopefully this is something we'll be able to continue ad infinitum, and we'll go to every museum there is.
Yeah. Yep. And we can always adjust things. Like if we want to do a big one, maybe that's a one a year for that one, and we just put all of our effort into that one big trip.
As of now, the thing with the museum meetups is if we did a big one, we'd have to sacrifice something like Dragon Con.
Yeah. Like
right,
we
just
did one of the really massive ones.
So, but if we can get travel covered, or a place to crash, or if a bunch more people join us on Patreon.
Yep.
So if you want us to come to a museum near you, go to our Patreon and subscribe there and help us make the financial success that we need to do that.
Yes. We're constantly trying to update stuff. So if you have any super helpful financial thoughts, because that's also something of like we're not financial people. And every now and then someone will be like, have you done this? And we'll be like, no, we haven't. Maybe we should.
Stephanie's in Texas. I mean, we have friends who used to live in Austin who probably know.
I had family in Texas, but not anymore.
All right. See what we can do. Maybe. Fantastic. There was a whole bunch of other comments here. Jackie said I would be a Cali groupie. Excellent. Serpentine reiterating that I volunteer to act as your guide. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of Australians. We're just going to have a flock.
Yes.
What's the collective noun for Australians? We'll have a pouch of Australians that will just lead us from city to city. We'll go around. We'll hang out with Adele. We'll hang out with Travis. We'll see all of our Aussie friends.
Be so much fun. It'd be so much fun.
Fantastic. Incredible. Houston, good idea. We could do Raleigh.
Ooh, true.
We could absolutely do. We could do the Triangle.
Yep.
I've been to the Raleigh Museum. That's easy. All right, Jamie. Maybe we'll come to do Raleigh at some point. That's like a 5-hour drive away from here, I think. So it's pretty similar to Atlanta.
I was about to say that's the same as Atlanta.
A mob of Aussies.
That's a good. I like that.
Fantastic. Kingwin says, "Don't rob the Louvre." We'll see. They don't have anything good there. It's just art.
I mean, people are perfecting it.
Anyway, that's coming up this spring. Museum meetup in Knoxville, Tennessee. Stay tuned for further details on that. That should be a whole lot of fun. Also coming up this spring, cue the thing. Leave It to Us is coming back.
It's back.
Planning is in the works. Leave It to Us Season 2 is aiming to start in the spring, as it did last year, around probably in May. Last year, Leave It to Us Season 1, hugely successful, tons of fun, 12 episodes, plus some bonuses. later on in the year. Nora is here in the chat somewhere. Allie is out in the world somewhere. They did a great job. Super happy with that. And an enormous thank you to all of the listeners who have listened and shared and supported, and to all of the patrons of Leave It to Us. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you all so much. Season 2 is planning to be basically the same format as Season 1. Probably the same number of episodes, maybe a similar number depending on if there's extra topics we want to do. And Nora and I have been talking a little bit about maybe some new stuff, maybe mixing things up. We'll see. Planning is in the early stages, but Season 2 is on the way. And it's going to be good. It's going to be great. This year promises to be bigger and smoother because now all the basic stuff is sorted.
Yep.
I don't have to figure out how to do it anymore. Now we just have to figure out how to expand upon it.
Yeah.
So that'll be super fun. So if there are things that you would like to see from Leave It to Us, if there are things that you are, especially if you're a patron and there's stuff that you'd like to see on the Patreon or whatnot, let us know. Let us know what you'd like to see. Let us know if that we've talked about do it like merch and stuff. Anything that you think would be fun engagement with Leave It to Us, let us know. That would be fantastic. Nora is here with a little tree.
Hey, Nora.
Fantastic. Also, I had another thing. Oh, yes. Probably there will be at least one more cool bonus thing coming up on the Leave It to Us Patreon. That is something... I'm so sorry. That is something that Nora and I have been talking about. We did release the extra bonus episode around Christmas of Leave It to Us, the Lost Christmas episode. There is another Lost episode of Leave It to Us that will probably not be releasing publicly, but possibly as a Patreon release. So keep your ears out for that.
Yay.
Gaming with Science says, I put an Allie quote from episode 135 into my class lecture. That makes sense.
That's perfect.
Allie is very quotable. Seeds 135. I'm going to cough some more. Excuse me.
I saw that you also asked what the collective group name for the Common Scent fans are, and it is correct that our original plan for it was the Bask and Coil.
Yes.
Because Bask is a group of crocodilians and Coil is a group of snakes. And then those became the name of our mascots as well.
I think it's still kind of the name
So
of the viewers. It's a multi-purpose.
Yes, it still is. We forget to use it from time to time, but
yes.
Yeah, the Bask and Coil is the fans and also the characters.
Swesbian's asking about Leave It to Us merch. We've talked about putting merch on a hat or putting quotes on a hat or a shirt.
Yeah. Yep.
Because again, Allie is so quotable.
Mm-hmm.
Allie speaks in sound bites, and it's great.
That would be a fun thing, is to have people like submit their favorite quotes or lines, because then that would tell us what some of the popular ones are among people.
I like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right. Maybe we'll do a poll.
Because I feel like I would struggle to figure out what quotes to put other than like large igneous provinces.
Yes.
Other than that, like I would be like, I don't know, what's iconic that we say? We say a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Somewhat years ago, somebody named, oh no, someone with a G? It wasn't Grace, but it was something like that. From New Zealand said in a comment that they quote me saying interesting
Yep.
with their friends.
Yes.
Like, that's weird. Not weird that you do it. That's a thing people do, but that's weird for me.
Yep, that you're
That's
now
weird
a
to know.
person.
I get quoted places. Odd. Lydia asks, can we do botanical garden meetups with Allie and Nora? I would love to do botanical garden meetups like that. Maybe.
Yeah. We could also do zoos and stuff.
Ooh,
like,
that's true.
There's a lot of those kinds of things that we would be we could do zoos, and Allie and Nora at a botanical garden would be awesome.
The thing is that we have to get Allie and Nora in the same place.
Yep.
Which they are typically.
We need
not.
we
We
need
could
one
do
of
Nora
those.
though. Like Nora and I could do a botanical garden meetup sometime when we're together.
Yes. We need one of those conference robots. That like is the person can be present with a screen and a little wheelie robot.
There we go.
That's what we need then we can have Robo, Nora, and Allie.
Oh yeah, Swesby. Someone brought up the Large Igneous Province like band shirt.
Yes.
Which.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we do want to make that happen.
Yep.
That does sound awesome.
It'd be very cool.
Alex says Allie and Nora would enjoy botanical gardens in Australia. I bet they would.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, you all let us know what quotes you want. Either we also another thing, and this isn't a special announcement as a thing that's coming up, but we have been talking for a long time about revamping our merch approach, which is just something we've never put a whole lot of effort into. And it'd be awesome to have merch that we knew people would actually want and would actually sell and would engage people.
Yeah, exactly. Like things that people would be excited for. Because a lot of the merch that we put up was just like, this seems like a thing that would be merch for a thing that we're doing. And it's just been throwing stuff at the wall. So, yeah, we could... It'd be neat to have cool merch.
Zelfia says, I'm working on the band t-shirt. You let us know. Because if it's awesome, we'll sell it. That's it. Because I want one. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And it could be a kickstart to a new era of Common Descent merch. Lydia says, that's just a patron volunteering to carry a tablet with Zoom all day. Mm-hmm. That could also work.
Yes.
So listen, maybe it's just a person.
Yep.
With a tablet. That's right. We're not going to have any robots taking people's jobs. That's something that a person could do. And we could pay them generously in high fives.
Yes.
And hugs.
Yep.
Fantastic. So many more suggestions for museums to go to. Gaming with Science, again, probably Brian says, are Allie and Nora ever going to attend DragonCon? Nora, probably not. Certainly not anytime soon, because Nora is out of the country, and it is simply just not a safe time to travel to the United States from outside of the country. Allie, we've talked with Allie about it before, and I think it would be just a matter of her availability. Allie would be a riot at DragonCon. Allie is the exact genre of human for the science track.
Yes.
That Allie is the type of human that the science track was built for. So she would be an excellent person to bring down there, and another plants person.
Yep. Yeah, no,
which would be great.
Would be so much fun. Yeah,
absolutely. Alex said, approximately how many questions did you have to leave out of the end of the year Q&A? There were a bunch. There's always a bunch that get left out just for time, for streamlining, just because we don't have all the time to get through everything. So, if your question did get left out, our apologies. We do them every year.
There are some, like, because we do David does a read through, and sometimes there are ones where it's like, we don't actually have an answer for that one. Like, right. I either don't know enough about the topic you're asking about, or I don't have anything more than like, nope.
Yeah, so if we don't have like an interesting answer, sometimes it'll get left out for time. Some people like to send us big riddles.
Yes.
Which is very fun, but we do leave those out of the Q&A, partially because they're long and big, but also because listening to us try to solve a riddle in time on the Q&A is just not something that we want to fit into there.
Yep. Yes.
So if your question got left out, our apologies, but we appreciate you submitting questions.
Yeah, it's always nice to get to see them.
Absolutely. Yeah, we read all of them, and we really like all of them. Brian/Jason said, Allie and Mouse in one place. Yeah, absolutely.
The bubbliest of energy.
Yeah. Swesby, we could do plants in video games.
Ooh.
That Will and I would just be taking up space on that panel.
Yep,
that would be awesome.
Yep.
Anyway, fantastic. There is one more big announcement to make. Let me just check my list. Great. One more major announcement to make for upcoming stuff. So, coming up in the spring, we've got, like, Pokey is next month, Bricks with Basque, live builds are going to be happening, Leave It to Us is coming up in the spring. What else do we see? We got museum meetups. There is also a secret project that has been in the works for many months.
Yeah.
Sort of my answer to Bricks with Basque.
Yep.
Bricks with Basque is very much the Will thing. A secret project that was actually inspired by a conversation that happened on Discord in the fall of last year, following in the same vein of Poke-E being celebrating an anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
We have a series coming up starting sometime in the spring that I am calling Pokemon Sand and Bone, which will answer the question, what if there were Pokemon that represented all of the time periods throughout Earth history?
Yeah.
This will feature talking about all of the geologic time periods. It will feature me making up Pokemon with original art for my geologic history fake mon. Do not have a official start date yet. It is in the works, but aiming for sometime in the spring, March, maybe April. It's going to be a ton of fun. I am very excited to start putting these. This is going to be a video series on YouTube that is going to last. Oh boy, it's probably going to be a good 20 episodes or so. So it's going to take up a good chunk of the year. It's going to be a whole bunch of fun. Videos coming out on YouTube. I'm planning to do them monthly or weekly. Probably some bonus content for Patreon. And of course, it'll get a Discord channel so that people can chit chat about it. I have been for months making up fake Pokemon and doing art of them. And it's been tons of fun. Will has seen what I've been working on. Nora has seen what I've been working on. I'm very excited to share these with you.
Yeah.
And it will be a very fun educational series that hopefully will be reach a broader audience than even the podcast reaches. This will be shorter form video series with visuals, and it's going to be extremely nerdy. I've been saying this is a project I've been training my whole life.
Yes.
To do this specific thing.
It's so cool, y'all.
I'm excited.
I'm so excited. They are so awesome. I've gotten to see them, and David did such a good job.
I'm having a whole lot of fun. Sanan said, I wonder if there will be starters. There will be starters. Pokemon Sand and Bone, the name Sand and Bone is intentionally hearkening to the naming convention of Pokemon games. Originally, my idea was just to come up with an idea for each time period, but it got bigger and bigger. There are starters whose silhouettes are what you're seeing here on the screen. There's also legendary Pokemon in there. I went all out. It is a full Pokedex worth of Pokemon representing periods throughout geologic time. It's a ton of fun.
It's gonna be, you all are gonna love it.
It's great. Swesfian said, David is excited, and I assume X-Men are Pokemon. And listen, maybe next year when X-Men, hang on, the 2 years from now will be the 65th.
Okay.
If I'm doing my math right,
okay.
Yeah, that'll be the 65th anniversary. So maybe we'll do X-Men stuff. Serpentine says, imagine if Nintendo bought them for a game. The best thing that could possibly happen to this series is that Nintendo has no idea that I'm doing it.
Yep.
That's really the best. I'm not actually worried about, because people do fake mon series like this all over the place.
Absolutely. Or even just fan art, content of
absolutely.
Pokemon.
But the never blinking eye of Nintendo. Really, if that just stays far away, that'd be awesome.
Yep. Yep.
It's going to be tons of fun. So all of that coming up in the spring. Leave it to us. Museum meetups. Pokemon Sand and Bone. It's gonna be my opportunity to do some video content, which I've been wanting to do forever. I've been doing reels on TikTok for a while now, building up the skills, and I'm pumped. Oh, it's gonna be super cool.
It's very exciting. I also, Stephanie, threw out the idea of these could be special editions of Bricks with Bask, and absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so cool.
Absolutely.
This is another one of those projects, like Bricks, like Leave It to Us, that it's starting as a single project idea, and we'll see where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, by the time all the episodes are out, by the time you've built half a dozen of these physical builds, who knows what direction it'll take us.
Yep. It's so exciting. It's all good stuff.
It's gonna be great. We have got a lot of cool stuff coming up. Wonderful. All right. We can clear the screen. Those are the announcements. Those are the big announcements for this year. Let me check my list and make sure I said everything. Gaming with Science episode is out today. Poke E is coming up next month. Bricks with Bask live builds. Silver Screen Science in April. TBD on what the topic's going to be. Museum meetups in the McClung in Knoxville. Maybe Royal BC up in Victoria. Leave It to Us Season 2. Pokemon Sand and Bone. Lots of nerdy goodness. And then, of course, later in the year, Croc and Snake Month will be coming back for the summer. Previous years, we have been choosing a third for our donation purposes. We'll have to decide on that.
Ooh, that's another thing we could put votes out for if we wanted to.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Of what conservation animal, effort-focused animal would be a good third for the list.
Also, DragonCon. We will be back to DragonCon in August, September.
Got confirmations.
Already got confirmations. Discussions are already coming up about what panels are going to be happening this year. Very cool stuff.
I need to respond to that email.
And I already responded. Yeah, just filling the thing. Spooky. We'll be back in October. We already have decided the topic for this year's Spooky for reasons that I can't tell you. In much the same way that we decided last year's Spooky theme way in advance for reasons that now we can tell you because Pokey is happening. So stay tuned. It's gonna be
the best.
It might be Will's favorite year of Spooky.
It might be. It
might be the best one. So all of that is very exciting stuff. To answer Gordon's question, that's all of the major announcements. The last thing is a reminder. Down in the episode description, there's a bunch of links to organizations that are offering community support and mutual aid in Minnesota. So if you're interested, check those out and maybe make a donation to those lovely people doing great work. Other than that, those are the announcements. That's all the stuff. If you have to leave, now's a great time to leave. If you don't have to leave, ask us questions, say stuff in the thing. How long can you keep us here for as we continue to chit-chat?
I've given you control of the scroller.
Now you talk. Thanks, great. The 10th year of Common Descent starts now.
Yep.
Year 10 is going to see Bricks with Bask live builds. It's going to see this Pokemon nonsense that I'm doing. We're going to go back to DragonCon. It's probably going to be the best DragonCon ever. Because that's been the trend so far.
Every year.
Every year is awesome. Jason and Brian are going to be there. Maybe Allie will be there someday. Great stuff. Incredible. Alan said, I missed most of this. That's okay. It's going to be archived, so you'll get to rewatch the whole thing.
Absolutely.
Swesbian asked, any cosplay plans for DragonCon?
I've been thinking of bringing back Robotnik.
Ooh, yeah.
Because I've been on a Sonic kick recently. I started playing Sonic Adventure. Like, I played Sonic Adventure 2 a whole bunch.
Same.
But I never actually played Sonic Adventure.
Neither have I.
And so I started playing it. And it's been fun. But it is definitely... Sonic Adventure improved upon much of the functionality. But still fun. And I just been getting... It's the mixture of that and the Sonic Lego sets that I've been just deep into the Sonic and updating potentially, because I like the coat for Robotnik is just a sweater that with a print on it.
Yep.
And if I could find someone, because I don't know how to sew and I don't have a sewing machine, and while I could do it by hand, I don't wanna. So if I could find someone to commission to make me a nice Robotnik jacket,
yeah,
for less than $1,000. Like I can't quite swing doing like $1,000, but like a few hundred, like $300 or $400 maybe.
Will's Robotnik cosplay looked fantastic. There are pictures in the Discord.
Yes,
somewhere. It's great. Swesbian said, "Oh, I'll have to finish Rouge then."
Oh, okay. Well,
yes.
Then I have to. I have to if you're gonna do Rouge.
Well, then who am I gonna be? Oh, I know the answer to that. I will be Big the Cat.
You could also pull off a good shadow.
Oh, that's true.
Put some red streaks in your hair. Like you could pull off a really good shadow.
Maybe I can do shadow.
And just like some darker makeup or something.
If I got to choose, if I was going to do like the one that I'd be most excited, I don't really have a favorite, but like my favorite would be Metal Sonic.
Yeah.
Which would be awesome, but so hard. Someone make me a Metal Sonic cosplay and I'll wear it.
Yes, absolutely.
Spoonfed Pig said your beard is magnificent, Will.
That's what lets me do such a good Robotnik.
Yes. That's what I was going to say.
I shave all of this, and this becomes the mustache.
It's awesome. It's great. Fantastic. Alan said, do you have any plans to come to Australia? Not any definite plans, but someday.
Yes, eventually.
Sonic Adventure 2, absolutely. Yeah, Sonic Adventure 2, Alex, I also have spent it's certainly in the top 10 of like amount of time I have spent playing a single video game.
Oh yeah, the Chow Garden is boy have I left my footprints there. If that fountain could talk.
If those Chow could talk. Michael asked, Will, did you cosplay Robotnik before or after finishing your role as Tormund Giantsbane? After.
That was it was a funny thing because I had not I had not realized I looked like him.
So Tormund was a character from Game of Thrones.
Yes. The big red-headed wildling
who's in love with Brienne of Tarth.
Yes.
Which Will looks shockingly similar to Will. Oh yeah, there he is.
Like it just looks like it's a
I remember being at Dragon Con and you were asked several times from people who were like, "Oh, are you Tormund?"
Yep.
And you were like, "No."
No, I found out just now I look like him because I had grown my hair out for the first time and I had grown it out partially.
You were a little shaggy.
Yeah. And I had plans to do cosplay that time and I'd grown my hair out a little bit because I think that was the year I did like Shaggy. Scooby-Doo Shaggy, and I wanted my hair long enough to make it his messy mop of hair. And so I just kept walking around with my hair pulled back like this, and people being like, "Are you doing Tormund later this con?" And I went, "No," because I didn't realize because I don't look in a mirror often enough, and I don't take enough selfies to realize the same thing happened when I did Jim Henson. Is I have Kermit right here. And I do my Kermit voice, and I was like, "Oh, I want to do Kermit for Dragon Con, but I'll just do like a morph, like a black morph suit, and it'll just be Kermit going around the con, and I'll just I'll talk to everybody in Kermit and interact. It's just like Kermit's going to Dragon Con." And then someone was like, "Well, I mean, why don't you just be Jim Henson?" And I was like, "Oh," and they're like, "You look like Jim Henson, right?" And I went, "Oh."
That's what we need other people to suggest
I don't look at myself.
who we look like.
Well, I have the Matrix issue of like my mental image of me
Yes.
is still like college Will. Like when I dream, I often don't have a beard because I didn't have a beard for most of my life.
Meanwhile, I have said this to you many times, that when Will tells stories about being a little kid, my mental image is a tiny, fully bearded child. Serpentine said, if you sold those as Will figurines, I'd believe you.
Right?
That's
Like,
what we gotta do. We gotta buy up all the Tormund figures that we can get.
It's uncanny.
And then sell them as Will.
If someone remind me on the Discord in the Dragon Con chat, and I can post the Tormund pictures if they're not up there, because it's
Oh yeah, those are somewhere.
yeah.
And your Tormund looked fantastic because you look like Tormund, and I think that was around the same time actually that Dova did Daenerys.
Yes.
Dova showed up as Daenerys one year.
It's my biggest way to cheat in cosplays is I find characters with red facial hair, and it's like, haha, only a very small portion of the population can do what I'm about to do, which is make a genuine. That's why I did bald, muscular Dexter from the Dexter's Lab movie. I did Yukon Cornelius because if they've got a red beard, I'm a shoo-in.
I've only cosplayed one character at Dragon Con. I went as Multiple Man a couple years ago, which was fun. Super fun. And there have been some others that I've thought about. Dude, I had actually an idea not too long ago. Now I can't remember what it was, of one that I thought would be really good. Oh no, what was it? Yeah, I gotta find. I don't have a lot of long, dark-haired.
You'd make a really good Miguel from El Dorado. You'd be able to pull that off really well, actually.
All right, that would be good.
Like, you would just need to get his clothes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Actually,
that's
all right. We need to make a blonde friend.
Yes. Yep. We need a.
Nora suggests Goliath, which is very funny. Once again, somebody make a Goliath cosplay, and I will wear it. Incredible. Fantastic. Scottish Santa.
Santa is gonna happen eventually. I want to do young Santa from Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Yep.
And then years down the line, I'll do Final Form Santa. But I have to wait for it to all come in.
Jack said, "Has David considered Inigo Montoya?" That's pretty fun.
Ooh, yeah.
I could get a mustache. I could do the mustache. Oh, that'd be kind of fun. Swesbian said, "I want to see y'all's Yzma and Kronk in their lab suits." Now, funnily enough, we did talk about doing Kuzco and Pacha.
Yes.
Which we ultimately decided that is a little bit too close to being culturally appropriative.
Yes.
It's not. It's right there on the edge. And if we weren't going to represent like an actual educational public face, if we were just going the two of us, we probably wouldn't care about it. But Yzma and Kronk would be awesome.
Be really good.
I forgot that we talked about that. That is an excellent idea. And in the lab suit,
that would be so good.
I would love to be Yzma. Yzma would be so fun.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
See,
okay.
What we have to do is we have to get together with Swesbian and or Dova and or Juliet, and like make dedicated cosplays.
Yep.
Michael said first character that came to mind for David was Loki. I could do Loki. Yeah, Loki's not too bad.
Loki would be...
And you could be Thor, actually.
Ooh, yeah.
We could do Get Help.
Yep.
Yeah, no, you...
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad, actually.
Oh, I could also be, oh, I don't remember his name. I had it. The trio.
Yeah, Volstagg.
Do not mistake my appetite for apathy.
Well, you could be Volstagg, and the other two are both not quite there, but you could definitely be Volstagg. I could be Sif.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can do Sif.
That would be great.
And yes, Lydia just said the thing that I was going to say, which is if I do Yzma, to have a croc that's
Yes.
biting me on the butt.
That would be so much fun.
Incredible. Zelfia says, I'm picturing Will carrying David around as Yzma. With the big, we can have like a litter. Michael says you could be Thormund. Just with a hammer. I used to have a Mjolnir, actually. Like I don't remember where I got it. But it was like a squishy...
Yeah, it was the Nerf one, wasn't it?
Maybe.
It shot the thing out of the handle.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It shot lightning, the little choo thing out of the top. I don't know where that ended up. I don't know if I still have that.
Alan,
Yes.
hit Will a lot. That will make him Mighty Thor. You're Thor? Well, it hurts.
That's another one that somewhere in there for sure. Some year you have to shave and paint yourself blue, and you can go. You could just do every year a different Robin Williams character.
Oh, that'd be fun.
You could do Bicentennial Man.
I could be Batty.
You could be Batty.
Batty would be...
You could be...
Because he's a redhead.
Who was he in Hook?
He was Robin... Peter Pan.
Peter Pan, yeah. You could be Peter Pan.
I could do Peter
You'd be like
Pan.
an older Peter Pan.
Yep. Yeah. Batty, though. Batty's legitimately one I've thought of doing.
Yeah.
I bet one claw, but beware.
Serpentine said, you just reminded me I was going to ask some indigenous Savannah guides about Spooky.
Ooh,
We would love... We've talked about this a bunch of times. We would love to do, like, cultural Spooky series of, like, indigenous Australian myths or indigenous Native American myths. But it is something that we would not feel confident or comfortable doing just the two of us.
Yes.
We would want to have some sort of consultant who can tell us where the boundaries are, and if there are things that would be inappropriate or off limits or whatever. So if you know any indigenous folks who would be on board for something like that, definitely let us know, because that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be a lot of it. It's there's a bunch of topics. Someone else earlier asked about doing urban legends, and we've talked about that, and cryptids, and there's a bunch of categories where it would make very good episodes, but we want to make sure that we are being responsible. If it's a cultural topic that is not our culture, we want to make sure we're not being insensitive or accidentally belittling something.
Yes.
That I've seen that point made by a lot of by people for myths and stories of indigenous people that then get turned into like monster movies, and people come out and go, that's not what it is.
Right. That it's inappropriate.
You
to
are
frame
using
it
it
that way.
wrong.
Well, and the idea that I often think is, if we take a creature from some indigenous community and we go, oh, we decide that its evolutionary path, it would be a wolf.
Yes.
And then it turns out that that is sacrilege.
Yep.
For some, those kind of things that we wouldn't even know, that someone could be able to say, yeah, don't mention this animal in this context, because that would be deeply insulting or whatever.
Yeah. So it's then the other ones like urban legends and cryptozoology stuff, those we are hesitant around mainly because there is a community of people promoting the existence of these pseudo-scientific creatures.
Yes.
And they're often used as kind of bastions of anti-science. That, oh yeah, big science will tell you Bigfoot's not out there. But how trustworthy are they? They've got a agenda to push.
And the idea of us putting together an hour-long discussion that explains scientifically...
the feasibility of Bigfoot.
Yes.
Feels like putting fuel on that fire. And urban legends would have a very similar... there's definitely some that could be options if it's... Like, I wouldn't feel as worried about doing, like, the Jersey Devil, because I don't think there's as many people...
Or, like, Mothman. Those kinds of things. Well, we did, like, Jackalopes.
Yes.
Right, and that's a silly enough one that it feels less...
That not as many people are going to be promoting that this is actually out there. But yeah, there's some topics that we want to be careful about because the whole point is we are having fun and potentially making light of these creatures, and then B, making a scientific argument for the feasibility of a creature like this thing. And both of those can go the wrong way if we're not careful.
All we need is someone who knows what they're talking about with indigenous stuff and is just is on board for some real nerdery.
And if there's someone who would be cool to be on the episodes, like we did with Plants and Allie,
absolutely,
that would be fantastic. Let them do the history background, and then we can go, what about this? And they could go, no.
We did float this idea at one point with Adele, who maybe could be good.
Be fun.
Lydia suggested we do Peter Pan and Rufio, and I was gonna joke that, and I'll put a scar on the right side. But then Nora said David could pull off Dustin Hoffman as Hook.
Yes, you could.
And that is true. Oh, we could do Peter Pan and Hook. I'm going to have to watch Hook, which I have not seen. I have not seen Hook in probably 30 years.
Yeah. We should. I will watch it with you. At the drop of... If you wanted to watch it after we finish here, I would.
The only downside to that is that Nora will be upset that I didn't watch it with her. Fantastic. Also, somebody said... Oh, I lost it. Alex said Han Solo and Chewie.
Yep.
Which is very funny. Someone make Will a Chewie costume.
I've wanted to do a Chewbacca costume for a long time. I want to learn how to walk on like painter stilts so I can add a foot and be 7 foot tall. It'd be so much fun. Someone mentioned about Adam Savage doing a good Kermit, and he did a Chewie cosplay, and he said it was one of the most comfortable because the fur isn't a fur coat; it was just on mesh netting.
Yeah.
So it was actually one of the most breathable costumes he ever wore, and it's like that sounds lovely.
Yeah. So there's options. We also, and this is one that I feel. We can say this one. It might be a spoiler for something we do someday. We had floated the idea a year or two ago about finding a third and doing the Soggy Bottom Boys.
Yeah.
Which I think would be so much fun. That would be so much fun.
Yes. Yep. That would be fantastic.
Fantastic. So yeah, we'll be back to Dragon Con. We'll go back to Dragon Con, which I don't know when it is this year. I think, but early September is typically when it is.
Yeah, I think this one actually starts in before September. If I remember right, I think it's a few days before September that it starts.
But we'll be doing that, and we will be. That's the one big trip that we have planned. That and our museum meetup in Knoxville. But sometimes opportunities come up for more trips. Like last year we did the Fern Bank in Atlanta. So there may be more stuff that comes up for us later on in the year. So we'll see what happens. Swesbian said you guys could do the fake Powerpuff Girls.
Yes. That would be
really
so
fun.
Much fun. Once again, one of them's a redhead.
Yep.
One of them's got a red beard.
And one of them's dark-haired. We just need a blonde person again. That's what we need. Oh, that would be awesome. That would be so good. This year it starts... No, it's September. It's all in September this year. It's
that's what it was. 7th. Yeah, I can remember. I remember that it was notable that it's fully in September. That's what it was.
Incredible. Ryan said, "Can you do your Chewbacca impression for us?" That was pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's one I've practiced.
My mouth is too dry at the moment to do my Chewbacca impression.
I've practiced.
We would need a Bubbles. So if anybody... Swesbian, you could be Bubbles. You be Bubbles. I'll... and we'll be... I don't actually remember the context of them.
Yeah, it's 3 prisoners break out of prison because they find out that there are Powerpuff Girl costumes in their prison cell. They're like, we have to use what's here, and they scan around, and there's 3 adult man-sized Powerpuff Girl costumes. They go, this is going to be tougher than I thought. And then they dress up, and when the guard comes out, he goes, what are you doing in there, girls? Get on out of here.
That's
and
right.
they just go commit crimes as the Powerpuff Girls because everyone just gives them stuff.
That would be so much fun and so easy to do. Oh no, that's an excellent idea.
It'd be great.
Swesbian, talk with us. Because that would be awesome. We could absolutely make that happen.
Yeah. There's so many fun cosplay ideas. Me and Anna have talked about doing. She really wants to do She-Ra. From the Netflix version. And when we do that, I'm going to get a White Horse onesie and be Swiftwind and add a unicorn horn and everything.
The first idea that I ever had for a cosplay that was like this would be super fun and I would totally do it, was the paralyzed horse from Bravest Warriors.
Yes. Yep.
And just get one of the horse masks and then put like blue flame on it.
Yep.
That'd be awesome. Incredible.
Yeah.
Fairsa says, David, you're a lovely person, so I've never heard this, but could you say that's a terrible question, but in the way you say, that's a fantastic question? No, that's a terrible question. Miles says Godzilla and Rodan cosplay when.
Yeah, Godzilla's another one.
I would love to be
that
Rodan.
I would kill to do.
Absolutely, I would be King of Monsters. Gremlin Rodan. Oh, that'd be super. Oh, we could do Godzilla and Kong.
Yeah.
That would actually be really fun.
Yep.
Once again, make us the cosplay and we'll wear it. Those are things, if you give it to us, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, a lot of cosplays like that. I am crafty. I'm a crafty person, but I know that with most big, like, full body cosplays, that is going to be a time investment that I will get bored of before I finish. Because I'm not like, that's not the kind. I like making trinkets. Like I made Chaos Emeralds and I make, props. I like making that kind of stuff. I will lose focus, so it would take me multiple years to make a big cosplay.
Yeah.
So that's if for those things I would need to like commission them or get someone's help who is more adept and focused on those and help it out.
Tobias said, but who will be Mecha Godzilla? Swesbian! Put together a Mecha Godzilla cosplay. A question up here that we missed. Duck Moose, funny, said, I'm thinking about getting a speculative mosasaur fall as a tattoo. What species do you think would be present at Mosasaur Falls?
Very good question.
Ammonites.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
Ammonites and belemnites and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of gastropods would be down there. Smaller mosasaurs.
Yeah.
Because the whale falls today are 3 stages.
Yes.
The first stage is scavengers. So you'd have your smaller mosasaurs and fish, maybe some plesiosaurs, and then like crustaceans and stuff. And that's probably you'd get ammonites and gastropods coming in to scavenge. And then the second stage is the sessile things. So you might even, I wonder if the rudest bivalves would hang out there if it was shallow enough.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Because that's one thing that has been debated as to what the final stages of Ichthyosaur Falls and Mosasaur Falls and large animal falls before the end of the Cretaceous and in modern days how different they looked, because bone worms eventually occupy the skeleton and break it down, but there was potential evidence, and I don't remember the last most up to date. I did it in the news at some point.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's leaning but that there might have been a reef stage.
Yes.
For ancient ones.
There is a fossil ichthyosaur that was an ichthyosaur fall that seems to have become a reef. So that would... And they did get evidence of some of the things that showed up. That, I think, was Triassic? No, it might not have been. But yes, look up the ichthyosaur reef, because there was a paper about that.
And so that the idea that the final stages was the skeleton not breaking down, but hanging around and becoming a structure for things to grow on. Nowadays, they are broken down, and so they do not become a reef because there's a chemosynthetic phase of them breaking down the chemicals of the bones.
Yes. Swesbian did say I would make a Mothra fit. Yeah, you would kick butt as Mothra. That would be awesome. Then I'll be King Ghidorah.
Yes. Yep.
I'm going to need 2 other people.
You got your hands.
I got my hands.
He doesn't have arms.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He's got the Hydreigon thing going on.
Yep.
That'd be great. My arms would be so tired. It's all right. One of them's Kevin, so that one I can give a rest. Incredible. Tobias said Osedax worms are suspected to have come around in the Cretaceous, around 100 million years. Yeah, for a while, because the ichthyosaur example is thought to be older than bone worms.
Yes.
Which is suspected why it became a reef instead of falling apart.
So yeah, it's thought that falls had a different life set of phases than they do today.
Yeah.
But there's been some debate because
it's hard to identify worms.
And though it does seem that like worms did show up later, that there might have been others doing similar jobs. So it might not have been as different, but maybe only in certain environments like shallows it was different.
Indeed. See, this is really what we need to do. We have done a very good job over the past 9 years of getting ideas from our audience. We've talked about this a whole bunch. Spooky was a fan suggestion originally. Other stuff. But what we have not been doing very much is getting our audience to do stuff for us. So, Zelfia, make that shirt. Someone make us cosplays. We'll do it. It's been 9 years. It's about time for our listeners to start pulling their weight. I'm kidding. You don't actually have to do that. But it is something that we have talked about, that we have a bunch of incredible listeners with a whole variety of skill sets and stuff. If there's something that you'd like to contribute or participate in, we are in the unfortunate state of we don't have a ton of money. We'd love to hire people for specific jobs, but we tend just not to have enough consistent additional funding to do that. But if there's something that you would like to contribute, if there's something that you think that you could lend a hand with, we'd love to hear about that.
Yes,
that's fantastic. We did have someone reach out to us a few years ago. This didn't last very long, but someone did send us a message. It was like, hey, can I do like Instagram reels for you? And then they did a handful of them.
Yeah,
and
then still find them up there.
They're up there. So those kinds of things are very fun, and it's we are excited to expand what we're able to do. We have a bunch of friends among our listeners now. So yeah, always feel free to suggest stuff for us.
Yes.
Zelfia, you are not under any obligation, but when you finish it, we're very excited.
Well, because we've always struggled where we don't want to feel like we're asking for free work because we don't want to impose or take advantage of. But we have gotten, as time's gone on, we've gotten to interact with more of you all lovely people, to realize that, but if you are excited to do something, we also don't want to say no, don't.
Yes.
Like, if you are really excited, if you have a cool idea and you know how to do something that we don't know how to do and you want to do it, then we would welcome the participation.
Absolutely.
And so it's pretty cool that there are people out there who want to add on to what we're doing.
Also, a handful of people were commenting earlier about my hair curliness, which is true. I started using this curly shampoo that I got recently, which I wasn't using for a while, and it's very curly.
It works as advertised.
Well, and it's shorter
yes.
now, so the curls...
Less weight to pull the curl straight.
So yeah, I'm all sorts of curly now. This is the shortest my hair has been
in a long time.
Maybe since the beginning of the podcast. It's real short. Nora did it.
Yeah.
It's Nora's fault. Alan said, "You guys are so relentlessly nice, and don't you forget it. You're gonna be nice whether you want it or not."
Well, we use all our niceness on the podcast, and then we're just real. I'm like at work.
We turn off the podcast, and then we just start swearing at each other.
I'm the teacher all the kids hate.
One time, we did it too early. I think we did cut that, right?
Yep,
that did get cut?
Yeah, we had
it was a patron live stream that... Well, because... what happened is that someone accidentally swore during the live stream, and then as soon as we ended it, I turned and went, "You said this bad word," which, unbeknownst to me, it hadn't stopped recording yet.
They both were on there.
So, that has been... removed. So, Alex said, "Do y'all plan on doing more fossil formation episodes like the Morrison or Solnhofen?" Yes. I don't know if any of those are upcoming on the docket, but yeah, they're on the list, and I would love to do some of those.
Yep.
Jackie said there was one time Will cursed in the live stream. There was more than one time. Will's done it. Nora's done it.
Yes.
Have I ever, outside of that one time...
I don't think you have.
I don't think I've ever slipped.
Yeah.
I'm just more professional.
Yes.
I'm just the most professional of us.
Listen, I had a much younger sibling that I had to censor myself around for a very long time.
I had 2 younger siblings, and I didn't.
See, exactly. Mine was 6.5 years younger than me, so I could not curse around the toddler.
I mean, my sister's 5 years younger than me.
I still win.
I didn't curse a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
That was really... I just wasn't a very sweary kid.
I wasn't particularly, but once he was still in elementary school and I was getting into college, I had to or middle school and I was getting into college, I had to be like, I really need to be careful because I don't want to teach him all the wrong words.
Zelfia says, "I was there for the curse word." Swesbian said, "I'm glad I only cursed once during Is It a Dinosaur last year." Ollie said, "I heard David swear very intentionally at Will at DragonCon." I did. That was very true.
Yep.
I love the comedic timing of a limited use swear.
Yes.
It's one of my favorites. I've done it a couple times at DragonCon. We don't swear on the podcast for accessibility, for, we want everybody to be able to listen to it of any age or context. But when it's not being recorded, you come to DragonCon panels after 10 p.m. if you want to hear us swear at each other.
It's the thing. No one's going to believe you.
No one's going to know. No one's going to believe you.
Swesbian comparing it to seeing a teacher at the grocery store.
I remember the first time we hung out with Swesbian, we were walking through the art gallery or the vendors hall, rather.
Yep.
And we were talking about something, and I swore. I'm quite certain that I said a swear word in reference to a certain children's book author. And I swore, and I remember Swesbian being like, "Yes!" And also, like, I wasn't sure if it was cool to swear around you.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, absolutely.
Yep. It would happen to me all the time. And
then also about the island of Krakoa, which I was corrected about it. I forgot. It was canon.
It would happen to me because, like, I still have a pretty good one, but it has laxed over the years. But I had a very good control on my swearing because of my little brother. And I would not curse at class in college and stuff. Like, I never cursed in class because we're in class. Like, just like I don't curse when I'm at work.
Yes.
But then, like, one of my classmates would come over to the dorm for for us to study or to like meet up with one of my roommates, and I'd be playing a video game. And I would just be cursing up a storm at the video game because it was being frustrating and I was losing. And they'd be like, William!
What happened?
And I'm like, I'm off the clock.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we've both been teachers and tour guides for so long that it's not... I don't remember any instance of either one of us ever accidentally swearing on the podcast and having to, like, edit it out or anything.
No.
I don't think that's ever happened.
Like, we've used, there's been times where, like, we've used a phrase and gone, no,
sure. And
that's a little edgy.
And, yeah, that's true. We've made jokes and been like, nah, we can't use that joke.
That's one step too far.
And there have definitely been times where we've sworn when the mics are on, but, like, knowing that it's going to get edited out as a joke.
The train's going by.
Yes. But no, we're pretty good. And the only reason it ever happens on the Patreon live streams is because it's such a laid back.
It's so
conversational.
I'll get to talking with David and forget that we're also recording it.
Yes.
So yeah.
Jackie said more shocking than cursing is William.
Yep.
William. William Winifred.
I've been William to a number of friends. I've been Wilhelm. I've been lots of alternates to my name. I was Billy for a year of middle school.
I hate that.
Oh yeah,
absolutely not.
And the way it came about was, it was like something from a Nicktoons sitcom, like Teen Nick sitcom. I had a health teacher who was taking roll, and this was not the beginning of the year. This was like a week or a month in. Like, it was well into the year. So she'd already said my name, Will, for the role multiple times. Today, for some reason, she got to my name on the roll and went, Billy? I didn't respond because my name's not Billy.
Right.
And then she finished the roll and I went, she didn't say my name. And I raised my hand and went, I'm here. Just want to make sure. And she's like, no, I got you. And then I went, okay. And I turned to my friends and went, was I Billy? And they all went, I think you were Billy. And then it very much bothered me, which ensured for the rest of the year that all my friends called me Billy. And it stuck because I met up with one of those people years later, like after college. And I didn't realize that we were meeting up with him. My college friend had befriended this person through conventions. And he's like, we're going to go meet my friend. And her name was Anna. And I was like, yeah, okay. I didn't think it was going to be the same because that's a fairly common name. And then we showed up and she went, Billy?
Like a person from another life. It's like, oh, is this your secret wife?
That's exactly what. And my friend went, "What is happening? What is going on? Who's Billy?"
Nora said, "I promise I don't swear much IRL because not swearing is funnier in my opinion. So swearing accidentally on live streams is truly because I'm hanging out with my friends who swear more than I do." That's true. I was thrilled when The Good Place cemented a whole bunch of replacement swears. So good.
Yes. Yep.
Fantastic. Serpentine said Steve Irwin reportedly swore his head off camera, but as soon as there was a camera in his vicinity, the C word was suddenly crikey.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
One of my specific comedic timing moments at DragonCon this past year was the C word. It was in context. It was... Swesbian was there. They saw it. It was in context for what we were talking about. Fantastic. Incredible.
And Dr. Jackie, that she had another Will in another class that went by Billy and she got confused, absolutely makes sense. She did not adjust from calling me Billy for the rest of the year. I was Billy on the roll
Right.
for the rest of the
Because
year.
you didn't say anything about it.
And I think I did say something at one point of just like, you know I'm Will, right? And she's like, yeah, I know.
No.
Billy? She decided I was Billy.
That'll be Will's cosplay for Dragon Con this year is going to be Billy. We're going to be Billy and Dave this year for Dragon Con.
I'm going to wear a sports t-shirt.
I'll wear like a suit, like a business suit. I'll be
wear
Dave from
a
The
sports
Office.
t-shirt and jeans. I'll wear jeans.
Shave.
Shave.
He'll be Billy doesn't have a beard. No,
Billy is clean shaven.
Yeah.
What does Billy watch? Billy will share facts about reality
Cars.
TV,
like sports cars and stuff.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to have Anna just Cyrano de Bergeracing into your ear. Serpentine, I also love that XKCD. That's a good one. I do quote that one from time to time. Off mic. Come to Dragon Con. Come see us in person if you want to hear us say swears. Or watch enough patron live streams that you'll see Will slip up.
Never happen again.
It has also happened to a couple of our guests. Michelle swore and Amy swore. And then self-censored it. That was excellent editing on the part of Billy.
Billy's our editor.
Jackie says Dave makes so many typos and Billy hates video games.
Billy's never watched Star Wars.
That's not Billy's kind of thing.
Yeah, he goes.
It's not.
I'd like, historical nonfiction.
Billy's like, everyone talks about Star Wars. It feels like it's kind of overrated, Like it's been done before.
I like those ones that came out in the early 2000s, but not much else.
That was the only time Star Wars was
only
good.
Good ones.
That was the only time it was good. That and Obi-Wan.
Yes. Yep. Christmas special every year.
Every year on Christmas special. That's Billy's Star Wars. Incredible. Well, fantastic. Good stuff. Reading the comments.
The Serpentine, saying your sister's name always got missaid. Me and Anna were literally just talking about that earlier today. We're not going to be having kids, but my stance, because my name is not difficult. The most I have to do is they say William. I go, Will.
Sure.
I go, all right. But everyone else in my family has some letter in the name that throws people off. Like a Y instead of an I or an E. That's not you. Like every single person has some letter that, like one of them, it's the normal spelling, but no one else knows that's how that name is spelled.
Sure.
So they skip a letter. So I've watched them get letters and get documents that are wrong, spelled incorrectly. And so my stance has always been, if I get a kid, I'm giving them a boring name. I'm giving them a very, very expected name because I don't want to have to deal with it, and I don't want them to have to deal with it. Bob, not even Robert.
Just Bob. Just Bob.
It is one of those funny things. There are actually a bunch of Williams in my family, or were, many of them have passed.
Sure.
But there were a bunch in my family. All went by Bill. All Bill. Because that was very much the thing to do, is you go by Bill. And the reason my dad's name is different is because of that tradition. My granddad was called Little Billy. Because his dad's was also a William.
So you couldn't have a littler Billy.
Yeah, and they were very much like, I don't want you to be called that, so we're going to give you a middle name that you can go by. Because William goes back in my family 7 generations, so there's a lot of Williams.
Zelfia says, just try Zelfia. I have a whole spiel. Here's the thing, that it is official policy at Common Descent that we generally do not comment on people's names.
Yes.
Mostly because we quote stuff and we do the thing where we'll make references to stuff. And mostly it's just being cognizant of the fact that you have that name and you've heard every joke there is.
Yep.
We don't want to be exhausting or frustrating or anything.
I used to say that to my tour guides of like, if you meet someone with an interesting name and you think of a joke right away,
yes,
a dozen other people in this person's life have also
said that this week.
So just don't.
Yes.
If you know them for a while and you come up with a joke way down the line because you know this person,
sure,
then maybe that's a unique joke. But if you thought of it in the first moment of meeting them, then that's not a unique joke. They've heard it.
We had a friend who used to go by Rebecca, who doesn't anymore, and every time I would read the name, I would have to stifle myself from... This is the second Bravest Warriors reference in one live stream, which is wild. Rebecca! But I said all of this to preface... I think Zelfia is a fantastic name. That's such a cool name. Mm-hmm. Zelfia is great. So that's all of that. Lydia says, somehow I'm regularly Linda.
Yeah.
Our friend Jenna was telling me that her name gets mispronounced a bunch, which is wild because it's just spelled the way Jenna is spelled. Mm-hmm. And she said that sometimes she gets Gina.
Yep.
And I said, those are people who are not paying attention.
Yes.
That's not how any of that. Linda, that's a person who either isn't paying attention or just read real fast.
Yep.
That doesn't work.
Well, when I have new students, I make a point to just say, "Is it this?" I don't say, sure. All right, so blah blah blah, and they have to go, nope. I still get it wrong very often, but I'm confirming, and it's a minefield because I'll get a name and I'll go, okay, that's how you say it, and then they'll say it and I'll go, nope, you pronounced it very differently than I did.
Yep.
And I don't know how that pronunciation and this spelling match up, but as long as I say it the way you said it,
yep,
we're good.
Because it's your name.
Because it's your name.
Your name gets to be whatever you want it to be. You just tell me what the name is, and I will say it.
If you're gonna skip a letter, that's your letter to skip. It's not my vote on how this name should be said. But it means that sometimes I'll go, that name looks similar to the last name, and they said it this way, so I'll say it this way, and I'll go, no, you skipped a letter. I thought I was being clever.
Yep.
I thought I was. Dang it.
Kayleen said, one of my friends is named Algebra. She has a sister named Pandora and a brother named Luke Skywalker.
I had a coworker who had names for their kids that was Spider and Dagger. And I don't remember what the other one was. So yeah, no. I haven't had any students with names like that particularly. But yeah, I've known some people.
I think my sister went to school with a student named Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Stephanie said, if you've seen my very Dutch last name, you know I'd be a rich woman if people understood there's a silent J in the middle. I have seen your last name, and that is good to know. I've wondered. Why do you say that? Great. Fantastic. All right. Well, live stream.
Yeah.
This has been a lot of fun. We love doing live streams because we get to interact with our audience. One of the core tenets of Common Descent has always been or listener interaction. Right? Every episode is a requested topic. We do patron questions. If you enjoy these sort of interactions with us, we do live streams throughout the year. We do spooky live streams. We have in the past, we've done Croc and Snake Month. This year, we did Silver Screen Science. We've got a bunch of extra stuff coming up, so maybe we'll do extra live streams this year.
Yeah.
We do live Q&As on Discord every month. We do live streams on Patreon every month. So if you're interested in more interactions like this, follow us in the places. Those are all great places. We have an awesome community of people on the Discord. So absolutely follow us in those areas.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot. People were asking for nails. Both of these, no. This, which fingers am I using? These two are the same. They are one of those that changes in the light. These were a Christmas present this year from Nora. This is the same one. Purple, what's it called? Purple something. Something purple.
Hollow purple.
They're hollow taco. They're all hollow taco. This is pink steel.
It is
which
hollow purple.
It is hollow purple.
That's a reference to the anime I was telling you about.
The Mauve Avenger. This is pink steel, which is like they made a nail polish color specifically for me, which is great.
Yeah, no, they're cool.
These are very fun. So these are the nails. Nora and I are nail buddies. Yeah, it changes. It's a little harder to see on the.
But you can catch it.
In the in the light, it becomes almost green in some lighting, which is pretty cool. I don't remember the name of it, but it is hollow. Both of these are hollow taco.
Cool.
Great.
Yeah. I saw also people asking me to do like a tour of all the stuff.
Oh yeah.
And if you want a tour, like remind me on Discord, and I can like take pictures.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Purple with Envy. Is it Purple with Envy? Is that what it is? Maybe that's it.
Cool.
You might be
That's
right.
a good name.
That's pretty good. Oh yeah, it isn't actually a bug bracelet. It is a fork bracelet. I believe it's a fork that has been done, and this is some sort of gem. This was also a Christmas present. I'm covered in Christmas presents. These were a Christmas present. This shirt was a thing that I got very recently. Shout out to Lindsay Nicole and her Becoming Human series, now almost entirely out on YouTube. Check it out. Lindsay's great. This is the shirt from that new series. Fantastic. Octarine. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I actually don't know what gem this is. Next time I see Laura, I'll ask her, and she'll tell me what gem this is. Because she knows the stuff.
Yeah.
I spent the whole live stream trying to figure out the color. Yeah, that's all. Hollow Tacos, awesome. Jackie said Mauve Avenger was my first car. Very funny. Very fun. Mauve Avenger is that's a real deep cut reference that I'm pretty sure Will gets. I assume. I've referenced that before.
Yes. Yep.
Fantastic. Oh, maybe it's not Octarine then.
I dipped into Discworld recently because I watched The Hogfather this Christmas. And that's the first time I've ever partaken in any of the Discworld stories. It was weird, but fun.
Oh, Serpentine's doing some sort of fossil lockets. What's this lockets about? Let's see. Oh, I do remember seeing something about that. Well... Oh, I've been making little lockets of Queensland fossil specimens. Would either of you be interested in one of those? Could be a pendant or a key ring or earrings, really. That's fun. Well, you send us cool stuff.
Yeah. Pendants are cool.
We'll do it. So as being said, you guys are my dog's favorite podcast.
Yay.
Excellent. I also have not read Discworld, so...
Yell at him now. Yell at David.
I'm immune. Anyway, great. Let's leave.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for joining us. This has been super fun. We love interacting with our patrons, or with our patrons, but also all of our listeners. Jackie earlier did do a little plug. The patron live streams are tons of fun. We have a great time on the patron live streams. Thank you so much, Jackie, and all the people who show up. Zelfie is always there. Nora is often there. There's tons of people who show up for the patron live streams. Really fun, cool stuff coming up. Gaming with Science. We're guests on the episode that came out today. Bricks with Bask. Will's going to be building Legos with his actual hands on the desk. It's going to be super cool. Poke E starts next weekend, February 7th. 5 episodes. So much fun. Leave It to Us, Season 2. Nora and I are in discussion, making plans. Probably going to start in May. We got museum meetups coming up. Join us in Knoxville, maybe in Victoria. We'll let you know what the dates are going to be. Pokemon Sand and Bone is going to be a real nerd extravaganza. of just me indulging in my absolute nerdiest attributes. Tons of fun. That's going to be going on for quite some time. And then some other stuff that we probably announced. So stay tuned for all that.
It's all good stuff.
Real quick. Fantastic. Cheers to 9 years. Thank you all so much. Those of you who have been with us since the beginning, and those of you who have just recently joined in the last year or months or whatever. It's great. It means the world to us.
It's
that people
very cool.
will show up and engage with us and give us suggestions and buy into our silly jokes and support us on Patreon and share the podcast around. We really appreciate all of that. The best ways for you to support the podcast are to engage with us, leave reviews, leave comments, share with your friends, and if you can, support us on Patreon. We greatly appreciate it. More stuff to come. Exactly a year from today, we will celebrate 10 years of Common Descent. Who knows what we'll do for that?
Something crazy.
And that'll be it. I remember when we did the 5-year anniversary, we took a picture of both of us holding up fives.
Yeah.
Us like side by side. And I posted it on socials. And I realized only after posting it that it was the two of us in a picture celebrating a 5-year anniversary. And I remember after posting it going, some people are going to misunderstand what this post is about.
Yep.
Whoops.
Yep.
Great.
It's good stuff. It's exciting. Things are going good.
Indeed. All right. End the thing. Sign off phrase.
Bye, everybody.
Don't swear.